Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, in my last tutorials video, in docking tutorial video, I promised that I was gonna make a tutorial how to get to the moon. And I'm gonna be making a tutorial how to get to every planet. If you wanna get to the moons of all those planets, you have to figure that out for yourself because it's hard for me to do everything. And you also have to figure out some stuff on your own. Okay, I can't help you out with everything, guys. And plus, if you watch my tutorials and you get to know how to do stuff, you're an absolute mad lad because I do not know how people can understand my dumb tutorials. But anyways, today we're going to be doing a tiny tutorial how to get to the moon. So first thing is, you kind of have already done a tutorial thing for yourself. So you have up here example rockets. So you can see you have lander, idle stages, and basic rocket. So here you can see what types of rockets are what. So you have idle stage rockets like this. Then you also have landers, which are like this. A tiny colibri engine, a tiny fuel tank, then you use this fuel tank, a separator, and a tiny capsule, which this has to be changed out for this because it needs a heat shield to re-enter. But you get the gist of it, see? Stuff like this. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a tiny little moon rocket. And it's going to be free. It's going to be for free players. So you guys can also copy this rocket if you want to, or just in general know how to do it. So you get 3 of these fuel tanks, slap this engine on it, and that is already basically enough. So what you want to do next is, and just for a little bit of more, just for a little bit more security, so you know that you're actually gonna reach the moon, we're gonna add some of these. Then you want to add a nose cone for aerodynamic stability, then a separator, a second stage to to get an orbit around the moon. Then you want to get another separator with the tiny colibri engine I told you about. Take a line, I'm going to copy that little rocket that they just made there, add some of these, take this, add a heat shield, put a capsule, and put a parachute. Now if you like doing staging, you can do this. You can select this. If you don't have stages, that's not a problem. You can just tap everything and it will do stuff. You get this, and then you get this. Then you also have these for separate stage. You have re-entry and moving the parachute. So let's get into it. This video is not going to have any cuts because it's a tutorial video and you guys have to know how to do this. So yeah, it's nothing special. And also disclaimer that my old world that I used to have Vostok Station on and stuff like that got deleted from the new update, which added the heating of engines. So if you have clipped engines, and the engine flame can now heat up stuff. So when this update came out, it deleted all the words I had. So that's kind of bad. I'm gonna have to start from the beginning again. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh shit, that is loud as hell. So you can also use ×2 time warp if you're not too good at flying rockets. If you're a beginner, you can just go normally, but I'm just gonna go with ×2 so I can speed it up. So I don't have to speed it up in editing because I don't want to do that, and I don't even know how to do it. Yeah, it's kind of cringe. I'm gonna go a bit slower here because or else you're gonna overheat your rockets because of the new aerodynamics. Yeah, but I can't wait until the career update finally comes out. I'm very excited for that. The new career update. So you separate that, then you keep going, just keep going. If you haven't, also check out my Instagram. It's not in the description, but you can just put @rstatskoyt, and then you'll get me. And I'm gonna show on screen right now how you type Arstotzka, or just how I do it, and then you can find me. So at Arstotzka YT or just Arstotzka YT. You can do stuff like that if you want. You can put the at, or if you don't want to, don't put the at. I don't care. As you want to get a little bit of an equal orbit, want to get yourself in an insertion orbit to the moon. This is not a good encounter, so you have to see. That's what happens if you go too fast. Yeah, but this video is not gonna have too much editing because I don't want to put too much editing. I'm gonna show how to get to the moon and back and re-entry and landing. So that's gonna be kind of cool. Okay, go. That's why I added this stage, so you're gonna have to use the other stage, the landing stage, to do all the burns, because I used to do that mistake. I want to do it as efficiently as possible. So you see, I'm still ×2 time warp. You want to get insanely close to the moon. This is just gonna make landing easier for you. Then you time warp up until you get to the moon. Don't do it like me. I'm just doing it because I know how to play the game, but there may be some new players that want to know how do I play this game, how can I become a pro, which I also wondered, but back when I started playing, there was no tutorials, so I became a pro just out of experience, and that took me about 3 years to become a pro. So without tutorials, you can see stuff is hard. But this is also the simplest space game you can possibly have. Like, I'm not even kidding. Try out Simple Rockets 2, okay, bro? You're not even gonna be able to understand what's happening. Because Simple Rockets 2 is just impossibly hard. Such a complex game. You can modify so much stuff, but it's not about Simple Rockets 2 today, now is it? Well, let's speed up until we get here. Boom. So now we're just gonna deploy the tiny legs. So we're just gonna speed up ×2. We still have the first stage here. Destroy that. Clear debris. So you have nothing in our way. And now what we're gonna be doing is boom. Start burning whenever you want. However you want. You can do however you do it. I don't care. This is just, you do not have to copy the exact way I do this. It's just, in general, do the stuff that I do in general. You don't have to copy it. So once you have eyesight with the ground, make sure you stop going the other way, so cancel out your momentum. Oops. Also don't keep burning because that could just mess you up completely. Yeah, I like the ×2 time warp thingy now because you can time warp and you can thingy-majig. You can also burn at the same time while you're low. Boom, so we're now getting close and come on, gently. Boom. And you should get the achievement, landed on the surface of the moon safely. So now let's get off the surface of the moon. Yippee. So let's get off the surface and let's get back into orbit. This can take a bit of time with this tiny little Colibri engine because let's just say it isn't the best engine. Oh my gosh, I'm just barely at 300 meters per second. Yeah, above 7,000 meters, you can't. Under 7,000 meters, you have the time warp ×2 because you like in the lower parts where the game doesn't allow you to time warp. I don't know why, but just how it is. Under 5,000, below 5,000, sorry. So below 5,000 you have to time warp ×2 and stuff like that. Takes a long time to get up there. Boom, you can see the stars, which means we're kind of far away from the moon now. we're gonna accelerate ×2 time warp. You want to select the Earth and then want to go at the transfer window right here. Da, 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 da. So the Colibri engine is the best engine to use when you're going to the moon, in my opinion. But you can also use the Valiant if you feel like being an epic boy. If you feel like being an epic human, you can do that. I don't care. So now we're just gonna time warp forward. So with the new re-entry update, now you need heat shields to slow your descent. That's another thing you need now. Oh goodness golly gosh. Whoop. Now it's time to detach and turn the capsule towards the atmosphere because it's about to get hot. Like hot. Well boys, we're entering in 3, 2, 1, go. Heat shield immediately heats up extremely hard. So if you're a new player and the re-entry update is very new, the re-entry update has not been a feature in the game since the start. It has not been. It was part of the update 1.53 or 1.54, I don't remember. Re-entry update basically. Oh my gosh, we're heating up fast. Look at that. We had a perfect trajectory and now we're re-entering. And you basically get this. This is what you do to get to the moon. And I hope you guys liked it. I'm just gonna speed up ×2, getting lower. And after passing 1,000 meters, you want to deploy your parachute so the descent doesn't take too long. But if you deploy it faster, you can still ×2 time warp even if you have the parachute open. That isn't a problem. Also, if you want to do this, and the heat shield is separable, and you can separate it if you want to. There you go. So we just deploy the parachute. Let's just ditch the heat shield as we don't need it. So below 30 kilometers, you can't time warp more than 2. Because that's the atmosphere. The atmosphere of Earth starts at 30 kilometers. Mars's atmosphere starts at about 20 kilometers. Yeah, next tutorial, not territory. The next tutorial is going to be on how to get to Mars. That's going to be kind of cool. So now you know how to get to the moon. I hope this tutorial helped you. Because in my other docking tutorial, I found this one dude who said that it was hard for him to dock. And the tutorial helped him, bro. I don't even know how you understood my tutorial, but I'm glad that it helped you, and I hope you will become a pro player. This was Abstract Arstotzkin signing out. Make sure to check out my Instagram, subscribe, leave a like. Let's reach 10 subscribers by the end of the month. And yeah, see you later. Abstract signing out.